Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear colleagues in this blessed industry, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace and blessings be upon all of you. Deep look into clause 10.4 versus prohibited rollover will be the subject of our discussion. So let us together take a deep look at one of the most important clauses in the IIFM's newly published Syndicated Financing Master Agreements, and that is clause 10.4, maturity and settlement of consecutive murabaha contracts. You may ask, why does this important? Why this clause 10.4 is important? It is important because it solves one of the most complex rollover issues in Islamic finance. We are all aware that in conventional banking system, rolling over a loan is very, very simple. All what you have to do is to extend the maturity date and apply a new interest rate. As simple as like that. But under Sharia rules and principles, that is not acceptable. Means you cannot extend an existing loan or debt and add extra profit. That is considered from Sharia perspective interest, riba, which is not allowed in Sharia. So the question is, how do IIFM syndicated standard master agreements handle a rollover without violating Sharia rules and principles? Dear colleagues, clause 10.4 in these agreements provides a clean Sharia compliant solution. How? Focus with me. According to this clause 10.4 in these IIFM newly published syndicated financing master agreements, when rollover happens, a new independent murabaha transaction contract with new and fresh commodities should be entered by the contracting parties. Are you with me? The customer, the defaulting party, at his own discretion, at what? His own discretion, may use the new murabaha proceeds to settle the old debt. Unlike conventional banking system, as we said, you just extend the maturity date and apply a new interest rate, which is not allowed in Sharia. So the solution provided by clause 10.4 ensures every cycle of the transaction is a genuine sale, not a hidden repricing of debt. Dear colleagues, this exact approach aligns with AOF Sharia Standard 59 on sale of debts, specifically clause 4. This approach also reflects the established resolutions of recognized worldwide Sharia boards and fiqh academies. So my dear colleagues, by structuring it this way, It completely avoids what we call in Arabic qalb al-dayn, means the prohibited flipping of debt or prohibited rollover. Why this is important? This clause 10.4, why it is important? My dear colleagues, clause 10.4 is more than a technical fix. It is a protection for Sharia integrity, let's say in multi-millions or multi-billion dollar syndicated finance. So the clause 10.4 is saying every single murabaha transaction must be recognized as separate, well-defined, and independent. And the execution of a new murabaha can never be contractually conditional or linked to the rescheduling of the existing debt, of the existing loan. I hope it is clear why this clause 10.4 is important for the industry. So please, I urge you to read the clause in the agreement for more clarity and information. I believe this is beneficial to the industry. This is just one powerful example of how the new IIFM Syndicated Financing Standard Agreements, which is launched in June 2026 as a comprehensive set of 15 standards, are reshaping and advancing the global Islamic financial industry. So, my dear colleague, my dear market participants, if your esteemed institution wants to close large-scale deals faster, quicker, be it hedging transactions or wakala transactions or trade finance transactions or collateralized murabaha transactions or sukuk, etc., while maintaining absolute Sharia compliance, I recommend that you need to adopt IIFM standards. We all know IIFM is the leading recognized authority unifying documentation for our blessed industry. So joining IIFM as a member means actively contributing to the strengthening of Sharia compliance transactions worldwide. Finally, please take notes. This is important notes. IIFM Standard Master Agreements are practical, market-tested documents drafted for immediate transaction execution. You just take it and use it, ready to use documents. They go beyond reference guides. They are not reference guides. They go beyond that. They are ready to use documents. They are operational contracts ready for implementation. These IIFM published standards help institutions to cut legal costs, accelerate their transaction execution, and bring global consistency for or to Islamic financial institutions everywhere. My dear colleagues, for more information, about these IIFM standards and IIFM itself, I urge you to visit the IIFM website. Thank you very much for listening.